Why Egypt will build the world's tallest skyscrapers. Egypt is developing Africa's tallest building on one of the last plots of land along the Nile River in central Cairo. The building will twist from a slender triangle foundation to produce a rectangle skyscraper that will rise 70 stories and provide a panoramic view of the Nile and the pyramids from the top floors. It's designed to be a messaging monument. Egypt is ready for investment after years of unrest. The Nile Tower, which was designed by the late architect Zaha Hadid in 2007, is part of a plan to turn the area between downtown Cairo and the Nile River into an upmarket enclave. According to Daya Tantli, design manager at Living in Interiors, the building's developer, the bill for the project is set at $600 million, but it's expected to cost over $150 million more. They are currently confronted with a single major challenge. The difficulty is with the Egyptian pound, Tantwi argues. The pound has plummeted as Egypt pushes through economic changes, making imported building supplies much more expensive. Despite the high costs, developers are breaking ground since the construction sector is critical to the domestic economy's growth and to the government's reform strategy. In Egypt, there are over 1,400 active construction projects worth $248.2 billion. The Egyptian economy and the development of the country have started again, says Farah Kamel, the PR coordinator for Living in Interiors. Before we go any further, I'd appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more instructive videos. New building. Former Egyptian ruler Hosni Mubarak championed the idea a decade ago, but it was put on hold after the revolution that drove him from power in 2011. According to Living in Interiors President Ashraf El-Tanani, the building now has the approval of the current president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. He claims that President Sisi is enthusiastic about the idea and that the government is collaborating with Living in Interiors to obtain proper approval for design elements such as the building's height. El-Tanani said he is currently in talks with investors from all around Europe in order to make it financially feasible. This is really essential for Egypt's economy right now, he continues. The Nile Tower is designed to send a message of progress outside of Egypt. Tanti said, "It will alter how the rest of the world views Egypt. We, the leaders of Africa and the Middle East, are now powerful. You can put your money into us." A luxury price tag is attached to investment. The top 36 levels of the tower will be apartments. The middle 18 floors will be a hotel with roughly 230 rooms, and the remaining floors below will be dedicated for amenities such as a casino, nightclub, spa, fitness club, and shopping center, according to the present plan. The flats, according to Tantli, will be quite pricey, in contrast to much of the current housing in the neighborhood. What will the iconic tower be like? Dar al-Handasa, a Beirut-based architectural firm with a main design center in Cairo, started work on the iconic tower in May 2018, with building set to begin in 2019. The Egyptian Ministry of Housing, Utilities and Urban Communities and CSCEC, one of the world's largest contracting businesses, are working together on the project, which is expected to generate roughly 1.62 trillion yuan, that is $250 billion in income by 2020. The iconic tower, which would be nearly half the height of the Burj Khalifa and will be built on a 65,000 square meter site, will feature 78 floors and 2 basement levels. The first 40 levels will be offices, followed by branded flats on 10 floors and a 5-star hotel on 30 stories. On the 74th floor, there will be an observation deck where tourists will be able to glimpse the future capital from at least 360 meters above the ground. The Cairo Tower, which was once Egypt's and North Africa's highest structure, stands at 187 meters. The new modern Cairo. The redevelopment of the area between downtown and the Nile River aims to reintroduce investment into Cairo's center. Over the last few decades, high-end housing and companies have migrated to the city's fringes. Middle-class and low-income tenants have remained in the heart of Cairo as wealth has spread outwards. Current residents will either be relocated or priced out when new luxury sites are proposed. Across the street from the Nile Tower is the Massbarrow Triangle, a low-income neighborhood that the government has been planning to rebuild for years. During the aftermath of the revolution in 2013, Leila Iskander, the then Minister of Housing, collaborated with local architects and citizens to establish an inclusive development plan for the neighborhood. According to The Guardian, Iskander was replaced in 2015 by Mostafa Madbouli, a crucial component of Mubarak's Cairo 2050 plan and a promoter of schemes that turn underprivileged districts into business parks. Iskander's strategy failed. The government raised low-income homes in the Massbarrow Triangle this spring to make way for an expensive mixed-use development designed by British firm Foster Plus Partners, which has been condemned for excluding both the community and the neighborhood's legacy. Approximately 4,300 families were given a choice of compensation programs and were relocated as a result of the procedure. Tantali, as a developer, agrees with this decision. He claims that developing the area as is would be too difficult, so the current village must be removed and a new town built from the ground up. Tantali believes that now is the appropriate time to begin construction on the Nile Tower, while the government completes the first stages of renovation. The demolition site, as well as the low-income neighborhood behind the Nile Tower, will be hidden from view. The building has a glass front face and blinds on the back, protecting inhabitants from the development. The Massbarrow space, according to Tantali, will be the new modern Cairo in the coming years. The Nile Tower, on the other hand, demonstrates that this new Cairo has roots in the past. Development plans are picking up where they left off as projects planned before the revolution climb into the sky. The 385-meter iconic tower's concrete construction was completed in June, and the steel structure is slated to be completed in August. The finished structure will be available in the first quarter of 2022. The iconic tower will serve as the new capital's symbol and trademark. It will demonstrate the government's and the president's commitment to creating a new capital with all of the necessary amenities. The Oblisco Capitale, a 1-kilometer tower shaped like an Egyptian obelisk, was proposed as a design for the new capital, but it was never built. El Nasser Housing and Development commissioned Hab Mokhtar, managing director and chief designer at Idia Design, to design the tower in 2017. Said Tauba, the building company's chief executive and chairman, was the project's visionary, but he died recently.